Hi, I'm Doreen Lipscher. If you follow my social media pages, you would know that I am a journalist in Quebec. I highlight gender-based violence cases, and other strange and interesting cases that come across my desk on a regular basis, working in a newsroom. Now, today I want to talk about gender-based violence and the fact that the public protector did some research, and she had some very concerning findings when it comes to the police and the way they deal with gender-based violence cases. Now, have you ever heard of the SAP's National Instruction Document? It was issued in 1999, the SAP's National Instruction Document. It is not a suggestion of what police should do, it is an instruction. It is a rule, it is something that needs to be done. And the public protector highlighted 6 particular things that needed serious attention, considering how many decades we have been struggling with gender-based violence in this country. So the public protector said, first of all, more needs to be done to capacitate SAPs to deal with victims in an appropriate manner. Second of all, how many times have you called our police only to be told that there's no vehicle available? I mean, the public protector says it is not in line with the national document, the National Instruction Document. It states police must, without any reasonable delay, ensure that a police vehicle is dispatched to attend to the complaint. The third thing the public protector found was SAP's officers are just not getting enough training when it comes to dealing with victims, because it's not victim-centered. They need to have a victim-centered approach, which brings me to the next point the public protector raised, and that is that there are no victim-friendly rooms at police stations. Imagine going to a police station reporting either domestic abuse or a sexual assault, and you have to stand there with other members of the public reporting crimes and wanting documents stamped. You should be taken to a place of privacy. I'm sure there will be an office that you can lead the victim into, or make alternative plans. It is not right for a victim to have to sit or stand in front of an audience to share her ordeal with police. Then, this one is so important to me. The public protector said she established that some police officers, when they are called out to domestic violence complaints, they do not arrest the alleged perpetrators without a warrant. Now listen to me. This used to be the case many years ago, but the Domestic Violence Act has changed. There's been amendments made to this act. So if a police officer arrives at your house where a domestic violence complaint was either called in by a neighbor or by yourself, perhaps by that point you are already bleeding and bruised, if a police officer can see that there's a potential for the situation to escalate, or that your life is in danger from what he or she is seeing, then they are allowed to arrest the alleged perpetrator without a warrant. Know your rights, women. Know your rights. Do not let the police leave in that van where the fear and anxiety makes your heart sink because the cops didn't do anything. If they can see your life is in danger, if they can see the house, there's broken glass everywhere, and that the situation is escalating and could possibly escalate when they leave, which it usually does, please know that police are allowed to arrest you without a warrant when they come into these situations. And then lastly, the public protector found that a lot of police members, they're not working together with social development, for example. If you come in to report domestic violence, Nobody can help you. They're supposed to know exactly which shelters are in the area who can assist. They need to be able to guide you as to where to go if you need to possibly get a rape kit done. They also need to guide and advise you on where you can get trauma counseling. That is very, very important. So, you know, we do marches, we talk about gender-based violence, and now the public protector is basically getting these findings showing us that we're not even doing the bare minimum, the basics, the groundwork, the foundation of how we deal with gender-based violence. Usually by the time a woman is killed, there are lots of cop cars available, and they're all at the scene with forensics and crime scene tape. But how many of these potential murders or deaths could have been avoided if the alleged perpetrator was just arrested when there was a situation that was brought up? And then lastly, I want to tell you again, because a lot of the rules changed in the Domestic Violence Act, I need you to know that you can now get a protection order online. So please Google it. You can get a protection online. It makes things a lot easier for you, especially if you're in an area where you cannot access a police station. Know your rights. Be safe.